Whispers in the archives when truth trumps fiction, conspiracy. The word itself crackles with intrigue. It suggests shadowy figures, clandestine meetings, and truths hidden from the public eye. For decades, conspiracy theories have captivated and repelled us, yet history has a habit of turning whispers into front-page news. Remember when the US government denied spying on citizens? Turns out they were. Or Watergate, initially dismissed as a third-rate burglary, these were conspiracies proven true. The challenge is discerning truth from fabrication. How do we separate the outlandish from the plausible? The answer lies in declassified documents and testimonies. These are chilling reminders when truth seems stranger than fiction. Mind games and Manchurian candidates, the MK Ultra Exposé. Few government programs have captured the public imagination quite like MK Ultra, the CIA's foray into mind control and chemical interrogation. Launched in the 1950s, the program's existence was long denied, dismissed as the stuff of spy novels. Then came the declassified documents. Thousands of pages, heavily redacted but undeniably damning, revealed a project far more bizarre and unsettling than anything Hollywood could conjure. We learned about experiments with LSD, hypnosis, and electroshock therapy, often conducted on unwitting subjects. There were attempts to create Manchurian candidates, individuals programmed to carry out assassinations without memory or remorse. One can't help but chuckle at the sheer absurdity of it all. Imagine government scientists earnestly debating the best methods for surreptitiously slipping LSD into someone's morning coffee. 2 sugars or 3? We mustn't arouse suspicion. The humor, of course, quickly fades when one considers the devastating and lasting impact of these experiments on the lives of those involved. The MK Ultra revelations weren't just a scandal. They were a betrayal of public trust, a stark reminder that even the most outlandish conspiracies can have a basis in reality. Phantom fire in the Gulf, fabricating the Tonkin incident. August 2, 1964, the Gulf of Tonkin off the coast of Vietnam. The US destroyer Maddox, we were told, came under unprovoked attack by North Vietnamese torpedo boats. A second attack, even more brazen, followed 2 days later, or so the story went. The Gulf of Tonkin incident, as it became known, was the catalyst for America's full-scale involvement in the Vietnam War. But what if the attacks, particularly the second, were embellished? What if the evidence presented to Congress and the American people was, to put it mildly, misleading? Archival footage and declassified documents tell a different story. The second attack, the one used to justify war, appears to have been, at best, a case of mistaken intentions, at worst, a deliberate fabrication. The Gulf of Tonkin incident wasn't just a military blunder, it was a calculated manipulation of truth, a manufactured pretext for war. It demonstrated the power of disinformation, the ease with which governments could manipulate events to serve their own agendas. The echoes of Tonkin, sadly, still resonate today. COINTELPRO, the FBI's crusade against dissent. The FBI, America's bastion of law and order, engaged in a systematic campaign to discredit and disrupt domestic political organizations. This wasn't a fever dream, it was COINTELPRO, the FBI's counterintelligence program, in action. From the 1950s to the 1970s, the program targeted a wide range of groups, from the civil rights movement to the anti-war movement, from feminist organizations to environmental activists. FBI documents, pried loose through Freedom of Information Act requests, paint a chilling picture of government overreach. We see the Bureau infiltrating organizations, spreading false rumors, instigating violence, and using blackmail and intimidation to silence dissent. Civil rights leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. were subjected to relentless harassment, their phones tapped, their lives turned upside down. COINTELPRO wasn't just about surveillance, it was about social control, about using the levers of government to suppress dissenting voices. It was a betrayal of the very principles of freedom and democracy the FBI was sworn to uphold. The program's legacy serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of civil liberties, especially when confronted with the machinery of state power. The disinformation age echoes of deception. We live in an age awash in information yet starved for truth. The internet, for all its virtues, has become a breeding ground for disinformation. Public figures have weaponized disinformation to sow discord and advance their agendas. We've seen this playbook before. The tactics used to spread disinformation about vaccines, elections, and climate change resemble those employed during MK Ultra, the Tonkin incident, and COINTELPRO. The goal is to manipulate public perception and create a climate of fear. The fight against disinformation is about reclaiming our shared reality. It's about demanding accountability and nurturing media literacy. We must foster skepticism that questions and verifies before sharing. We've been down this road before and we know how the story ends. It's time to rewrite the narrative.